if we go to Indonesia, then we're going to have to go up here to do it, and then we're going to have to come back down. So that's probably the only place we were like, okay, we're going to this specific place to do this specific thing, and then we're leaving again.
So I wanted to move on to the things you did, because some of the photos you took on your Instagram, and also just from, again, I don't want to bring up the spreadsheet too much, but the spreadsheet pulled up some amazing things, which I would absolutely love to do. So Taj Mahal, the cooking classes, forest monkey tours, Thai boxing in Bangkok, first seals in Milford Sound. Did you have a list of everything you wanted to do?
Not really. I think there are some obvious ones, like, you can't go to sort of Delhi and not make the trip to go see the Taj Mahal, because you'd be an idiot not to. Similarly, Thai boxing, we made a decision when we got there because it was recommended. The Great Wall of China was another one we wanted to do because, you're going to go to Beijing, why not go do it? So a lot of them were sort of coincidental in respect of, well, if you're going to go to this place, you might as well go do the big thing that's there to do. But otherwise, most things were pretty random. I think the only thing we sort of detoured to make sure we did was, I wanted to go see the orangutans in North Sumatra, and that was like one thing we went and we were like, okay, if we go to Indonesia, then we're going to have to go up here to do it, and then we're going to have to come back down. So that's probably the only place we were like, okay, we're going to this specific place to do this specific thing, and then we're leaving again. But again, I mean, that was just ridiculous. It's just the most insane experience, because you're just walking along through a jungle, and all of a sudden there's an orangutan there, and they're more impressive in person than you can kind of possibly imagine. So, I think I also had a bit of climate change and deforestation in my head around it. I was like, I want to make sure I see them before, so I can tell my kids that I did see them in case they do go extinct. So, but other than that, it was kind of a little bit just like on a whim. Like we'd see something like, I see that. The one thing I did get obsessed with was whales in Australia. So we just happened to be driving down Australia at the same time as the whales have their southerly migration. So the whole way along, as we're driving along the coast, and the main road in Australia along the east coast is literally, for most parts of it, next to the sea, and then you'd sort of come inland and there'd be a city, and then you come back out and you'd be against the sea again. We'd be seeing these whales the whole time. I just got weirdly obsessed, and every time we had an opportunity to get on a boat and go see some whales, it's like, come on, it's only $40, let's go and see some whales. And we got quite fortunate. We saw sleeping humpback whales and a few other things. But we packed a lot of experiences in.
Yeah, it sounds incredible, mate. Do you have a favourite from all of those?
Question. The Thai boxing was really fun because I think back to your point earlier about making a conscious decision to be backpackers. All the white people were ringside, like as close to boxing as you could, and we made the conscious decision to be like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to be in amongst it with the normal crowd, and we did that, and that was just an insane experience where I had sort of Thai men trying to bet with me, and I was like, dude, I don't even know what's going. I don't know how to score points of this. I'm just enjoying the chaos. And they had a very weird betting system where you sort of caught someone in the eyes, you showed them honey fingers, and that would be a bet. And I was like, just trying to avoid looking at anyone the entire time we were there. So that was a pretty mad experience. India just is pretty crazy. There's just so much history everywhere, like just everywhere. I think if I had to pick two things that I'd do again, the orangutans for me was a highlight, and likewise the Great Wall of China was spectacular. And we went to the part of the wall which hasn't been rebuilt. It's like you can kind of just go wild hiking on it, and it sounds stupid because it is called a Great Wall, but I mean it is really just it just doesn't. It just goes on as far as the eye can see, and you walk for 4 hours. And it just carries on going, and there's no end in sight to it. So I would thoroughly recommend, if anyone ever goes to Beijing, to just make a decision early on to get out there and see it.